talking about World Test Championship. South Africans have made it to the World Test Championship final under the leadership of Temba Bavuma. He's been brilliant as a captain. What do you have to say about the performance of your team and his captaincy?
Well, I suppose to take, firstly 6 wins in a row in order to qualify and get there, and almost through not the back door but under the radar. The South African team don't play a lot of Test cricket, so when you get that few opportunities, you have to take them with both hands. So leadership is obviously telling a story for South Africa to be able to win those games, 8 out of 9, to qualify for the final. It's not just about, because we don't have superstars in our lineup, let's face it. I mean, there are bigger name players in other parts of the world, but I think they play really well as a Test unit, and that's always a great sign of an incredible leader.
And talking about Team India a little bit, they didn't do well in Australia, lost the series 3-1. Form of Virat Kohli has been questioned. He's been getting out in a similar fashion all the time. Even with Rohit Sharma, captaincy and both form, and their places in the side are being questioned. What do you have to say? Is it time for them to hang the goose, especially in the longest version of the game?
Well, Test cricket in Australia is really tough. I mean, not too many teams have gone there and won consecutive away series in Australia, and I think the Indian team had done that in the past. So maybe the expectation was really high. When most teams travel to Australia, everyone knows it's going to be a tough series, so maybe the Indian fans had forgotten that touring and playing in Australia is a very tough scenario, both on and off the field, because there's always a lot of verbal and some confrontation between players. So to lay the blame on 1 or 2 players, always quite difficult. Cricket, we know, is a team sport, but yes, you need everybody to be contributing. So it's a case of understanding, what is good for the team, what is good for the country, and making sure everybody's in agreement. For me to sit here as an individual, go, this player should and shouldn't, I don't have that opportunity to criticize or judge anybody.
And Champions Trophy is around the corner. India and South Africa. Who do you think are the favourites of yours when it comes to the ICC Champions Trophy?
Well, South Africa and India have played in finals before, not the 50 over, but in T20 finals, and living half a year in India and half a year in South Africa, I'm hoping for an India-South Africa final, of course, but, I'm a cricket fanatic, and whatever is played, as long as it's good cricket, I'll always be supporting it.
Jonty, you're here at Young Leaders Dialogue, Viksit Bharat, where Indian Prime Minister and everyone is taking the opinion of the youth to develop the country. How do you see this initiative?
Well, that for me is pretty incredible, just because a lot of governments and countries will talk about inclusivity and taking ideas from the communities, but the fact that the youth of India have the opportunity to present to the Prime Minister, I don't think that happens in too many countries, so I'm really blown away by it.